We are facing unprecedented environmental challenges. Temperatures are predicted to rise between 3 and 7 degrees in the next 100 years. Scientists predict over 1/3 of Earth's surface is in danger of desertification. These problems have been linked to the increasing global demand for meat and dairy. A recent UN report identifies the livestock sector as the single largest contributor of greenhouse gases, surpassing even transportation at 18% of total emissions. Researchers also identify overgrazing of livestock as a principal cause of desertification. At the same time, the UN predicts that the demand for milk and meat will increase substantially. But what if livestock were part of the solution instead of part of the problem? This controversial idea is called holistic management. It is proposed by Alan Savory, an environmental activist from Zimbabwe. The idea is this: by changing the way we manage grazing animals, we may be able to use livestock as a tool to restore the health of grasslands. Healthy grasslands, in turn, could be the key to slowing climate change. Savory proposes that overgrazing may be caused by the amount of time animals graze in any one location, rather than the total number of animals on the land itself. It is important to remember that grasslands evolved in the presence of wild herbivores. Herds trampled and ate all the grass in one location before moving on to avoid predators. Their hooves broke up soil crust, allowing it to absorb water and encouraging plants to grow, while their dung added nutrients back into the soil. In grasslands, this intensive feeding was followed by long periods of rest. Over the past 200 years, the number of large wild herbivores worldwide has declined. In the United States, for example, millions of buffalo were killed off over a century ago. Grassland soils in the U.S. used to be as deep as 15 feet and supported a diversity of insect and animal species. Now, soils are degraded due to the disappearance of grassland and expansion of agriculture. When ranchers manage livestock to mimic herd movement with intensive grazing and long periods of rest, Savory argues that grassland and soil health can be restored. The anecdotal evidence is persuasive. A group in Zimbabwe has been using holistic management for the past 7 years. After putting 4 times as many cattle on the land, they saw a dramatic increase in the growth of vegetation and surface water. And at the Las Pilas Ranch in Coahuila, Mexico, the habitat was restored by using holistic management with twice the cattle. And in South Africa, on the left, you can see the effects of a high density of livestock grazed under holistic management. On the right, a low density of livestock grazing under conventional management. One reason why restoration of grasslands is important is because they operate as carbon sinks. Grasses fix carbon through photosynthesis, and bacteria and fungi move it from grassroots deep into the soil. Thus, grasslands remove carbon from the atmosphere and lock it in a form that does not contribute to climate change. Rid Shin is a cattle farmer in Hartwick, Massachusetts, who argues that holistic management offers solutions to community health and environmental problems. He thinks of his herd as mobile composters. They graze all year and evenly fertilize his land because he frequently moves the fences that contain them. These practices have sustainably increased plant material on his land for animal feed for the next generation. This method requires a lot of knowledge about the land, the animals, and the end product. But he argues that historical evidence and his experience with holistic management are compelling testimony to advocate for this comprehensive model. Many questions still remain about holistic management, as its efficacy as a climate change mitigation strategy needs more scientific research. And it is a system deserving of this attention, for it has great potential to solve some of our biggest environmental problems.